Me.
Yes.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now.
A father confronts his son's teacher after finding sexually charged messages on his phone. That teacher will later end up in handcuffs.
All right, go ahead and face a vehicle for me.
I have the story of how this father led police to Brittany Zamora and where she is now. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. We're going back a few years to look at the case of Brittany Zamora. She was a teacher in Arizona who admitted to having a sexual relationship with her 13-year-old student. She's now serving a 20-year prison sentence. And when Zamora was first arrested back in 2018, this was a stunning story. A young teacher accused of sex with a student she was trusted to teach. And recently, videos of the victim's father confronting her have come to light. The then 27-year-old pleaded guilty to sexual conduct with a minor, attempted molestation of a child, and public sexual indecency. The investigation started with a message on a phone discovered by the boy's dad back in 2018. Now, a direct message from Zamora to that student says, "Hey, baby." Then a response says, "Hey, love," WYD, meaning what are you doing? Thinking about your sexy self. The response, "Ah, baby, I wish you were with me." Now imagine you're the father of this 13-year-old and you find this on his phone. Well, you don't have to imagine. You get to see it because the dad had someone record him as he called Brittany Zamora on the phone.
Yes.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You are a monster. You are a pedophile. You're a child molester. Do you understand me? No.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I'm a lot smarter than you. I'm so much smarter than you. You do not understand how much smarter than you I am. I got you. I want you to know that now. I got you. Do me a favor. Do not call this number back again. The next time you'll hear from me will be in court. And make sure you let your husband know that you like to 13-year-old boys. And I want you to do me a favor. Do that for me, okay? I am coming for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a wonderful evening, okay, you stupid.
Can you explain to me? Can we meet, to talk about this? Is there something we can settle out, outside?
Oh yeah, that's what we can do. So I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. No, Ms. Zamora, do me a favor. Do not call me back again. Do you understand me? Make sure you tell your husband what's going on.
He is right here. Can he talk to you?
Oh yeah, put your husband on the phone. I'm more than happy to talk to that dumb too.
Hey, man.
Hey, don't say hey man to me. You got a monster. If I was you, you stupid, I'd leave her.
Man, listen.
No, listen to me, you stupid. I'll cave your stupid head. Do you want to? I'd love to put my hands on.
And the video cuts off right there, but then the conversation continues with Zamora's husband.
And I'm telling you, you stupid, shut up. Shut the up. Listen to me. I am not going to settle outside of court. There's not enough money you could possibly offer me to settle this. Get that through your head and do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Leave. I'm trying to tell you, your woman is a monster. You want me to tell you the whole story? She had another 13-year-old in there watching the whole thing. She's a monster. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Dude, be smart, you stupid ass. Leave. Kick that out your house.
Listen, man. Listen.
No, listen, look.
I'm listening to you.
I don't give a what you want to. You're lucky my wife is standing here, you stupid. Talk.
Okay.
You got 30 seconds. Don't waste my time.
I'm not trying to waste your time.
Just stop then. You had the nuts to call me. Now you don't want to talk. Talk.
Please let me talk.
Then do it.
Here we go.
I don't want to hear you speak, you ghetto mother.
Really?
Yeah, what do you got to say?
So, man, look, this whole situation is crazy. I've never heard of anything like this in my entire life, and I'm sure as a parent, you got to be livid, pissed, downright hurt. The system, you trust the system, and man, honestly, this sucks as a husband. As a husband, I am distraught, let down. I understand, and I'm sure as a husband, you know how this would do to you.
This case really goes to show you how important it is to know everything you can about the people you let into your life. That's why truthfinder.com is such a great resource. It's one of the largest public record search services out there. It's great because it will show you a person's past and current addresses, phone numbers, social media accounts, and of course, criminal and traffic records. If you want to try Truthfinder, you can get a really great deal, 50% off of those confidential background reports. Just log on to www.truthfinder.com/LCCrimeFix. Log on and start accessing information about almost anyone. Now, to understand how we got to this point, let's go back to the day before, when the parents originally report the sexual misconduct to the administration at Las Brisas Academy, where Zamora was a teacher.
Morning, folks. I'm Officer McFadden. I'm the school resource officer.
Officer McFadden starts off the meeting with an update in the investigation.
Okay.
All right, so I know you already know a little bit about where we're at now, so Mrs. Zamora's been placed on administrative leave. She won't be coming in today, and she'll be on administrative leave pending the investigation. And she's not to have any contact with any district employees, any students or parents.
She's only contacted us.
Okay. My question is, how did this all begin?
How did
we find out?
Correct. Yes. How did it come to light?
So I have an app on my son's phone.
Okay.
We got him a new phone, and he was wanting to shut his door at night. And we told him, you sleep with the door open. He was just showing more interest in girls. And I had a conversation with him, and he says, yeah, I talk to girls, but they're just my friends. So when we got the new phone, I put this app on his phone, and it alerts me. It's called Sentry. So yesterday I got the alert, and I kept getting alerts back to back because the word baby kept being used. So I'm reading through the conversations, and I've done this before with other conversations of his as well. But this time I saw at the bottom that it had Mrs. Zamora Instagram profile.
Okay.
It was her name. And I'm familiar with her profile name because she's messaged me through Instagram as well, tutoring and offering help. And so I recognized, and I told my husband, and we looked it over, and then what confirmed it is her first name was used in the conversation, where either he wrote it or she wrote it.
Okay.
And they put last name. And so then the conversation just kept on, and it was like he was talking to a girl, like his girlfriend. So I showed my husband the conversation, and then when he came home, we talked to my son, and we told him, we need you to be completely honest right now. We already know the answer to everything we're going to ask, so we just need you to tell us the truth.
Okay.
So we showed him the conversation, and we said, who is this? Who are you talking to? And he said, my teacher.
Okay.
So then my husband, we're very blunt with our kids, and we're open, and we've had conversations with him growing up and all that is expected. And so my husband just told him,
Okay.
have you done anything with your teacher? Did you have sex with your teacher? And he said yes.
He said yes. Okay.
Now, the school resource officer asked the parents how their son reacted when confronted about his inappropriate relationship with his teacher.
He was scared. He knew something was happening before we questioned him, because I came home and I took the phone and I shut his computer off. I took all electronics he could access, and I told him, he kept trying to ask me, what's going on? And I told him, you'll find out when Dad gets home. We'll talk when Dad gets home. So he was worried. He knew that something was up.
Right.
And then after we talked to him and told him, he just kind of got quiet, and he didn't know what to say.
Shaking.
Shaking, saying he's cold. Just, the signs of being scared.
According to the boy, the text messages began over a school break, and the relationship became sexual shortly thereafter. The sexual part started first at school, and then the student and Zamora started meeting off campus.
And so he told us that when he asked for permission to stay after school to help with the talent show, to set up and make posters, he's doing good. It's the best he's ever done in school, so we are letting him do other things, you know, like participate in sports. And so when he asked to stay after and help, we didn't see an issue with it.
Right.
He even brought home a permission slip to sign and everything. So we said, yeah, go ahead, if they need your help, stay.
Okay.
And he said that that's when it happened, that everybody was saying goodbye and he went back to the classroom to get his backpack, and in the classroom is when it happened.
Okay.
And so we asked him, you know, we need everything from start to finish. How did this get to that point? Like, did she talk to you? Did you guys kiss? Did she touch you? You know, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And we found out that on a weekend that he went to stay with his grandparents, she contacted him on his phone and asked him where he was, got him to give her the address of my in-laws' house, told my son, my husband's fishing, I want to see you, where are you? He sent her the address, and she showed up and got my son to sneak out in the middle of the night of my in-laws' house and meet her across the street where she was parked in her car.
Okay.
And that was the first time that she did anything. And it was 2 nights in a row. The first night, that all they did was kiss. And she gave him a blowjob. And then the second night, she came back. And that's when she did everything.
Now, later that night, just before midnight, Goodyear officers arrive at the home to retrieve the son's phone to extract evidence.
Good morning. I'm sorry to bother you.
Don't worry about it.
You're obviously welcome here.
Yeah.
Officer Underwood, sure you weren't expecting me. You were expecting another officer. Our detectives...
Yeah.
Yes. Our detectives have asked for is it a tablet?
No, it's a cell phone, sir.
Whatever the cell phone is, that if we can seize that at this point, because they need the evidence. I hate to come at this time, but they've asked me to do this, so...
Why so early?
Because we've been trying to do it since about 1 o'clock, but we've been that busy, so...
Yeah. That's okay.
So I talked to the principal. It's obvious that there's something going on.
Oh, you're about to see once you look at these phones.
If you can show me whatever you want to show me, can you give me a brief kind of? You're probably gonna tell the story a lot, okay? Because this is gonna be detectives and school resource officers are probably gonna follow up with you. I'm not sure which one's gonna get it first, but the head of investigations has already. That's why I'm here. So, so what kind of?
Everything you think of, man. It was
Okay.
Sex and blowjobs, everything.
Okay. It specifically happened at the school?
Yes, in the classroom.
Okay. There's nobody else around?
I believe there might have been another boy, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But not doing it with her, just like a lookout.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure yet.
How many times did this happen?
I think it happened 3 times.
Okay. The teen's father removed the password on the phone for the officer, so he heads down to the station to charge the phone and retrieve any other evidence. And what he found was insightful, to say the least. Here's another look at one of their chat conversations. Now, the two mainly corresponded via Snapchat, which has a built-in feature that allows chats and photos to expire after a certain amount of time. When looking through the material, the officers realized there was a video sent from Zamora, so they open it.
Go.
The police also recover another Snapchat video, seemingly taken in a classroom on school grounds.
Hey, it's Zamora.
And there's another video with Zamora and 2 boys.
Welcome to practice. This is where all you noobs become yellow turds. Yeah. Yeah. First, we need to learn how to tackle. Go. Ah! I'm okay. This is how I catch a football. Yeah, go run. You have now upgraded from noobs to yellow turds like this guy. Yeah. Hope you guys learn from this practice. Bye.
Goodyear police track down Brittany Zamora and arrest her alongside the highway.
Copy. You should have a picture of him on you.
Yep, I'm on. So as I said before, this officer has a body cam on him as well, so just to make you feel more comfortable, even though...
Okay, Brittany, come on over here.
Yeah.
Did you double lock?
I didn't. I don't see more on my keys.
Okay. Brittany, I'm going to turn your wrist in here, okay?
No, we just want to make sure they don't pinch you. Okay. So we double lock them so they don't close any tighter, okay? That way you don't hurt you. Otherwise you'll squeeze shut.
Did you know about that? Okay. Do you have anything on you that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me, Brittany? Do you have anything on you that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me, anything like that?
No.
Anything dangerous? No weapons? Okay.
Can we take my ring off?
Yeah, can you?
Yes. Do I have to take it off? Am I going to be able to put it back on?
Yeah, you will.
You
This is your personal property.
So everything that goes in this bag.
Okay.
I'm going to take your necklace off as well.
So we'll document it.
Can you unhandcuff me so I can take my belly button ring out?
Your what?
My belly button.
We'll let you.
We'll do that at the jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not gonna have
Or
you
at the station.
do that up here.
Okay, thank you.
And then we'll have you do the same with the nose ring too.
Right now?
Not right now.
No, it's back there. Yeah.
I got it.
Officers take Brittany down to the station for questioning.
Yep. And then we are going to go over to that wall. This way. This way.
Stop at the wall?
Yep. You can actually stop just before that door.
Okay. You're prepared.
Very. Come on in. Go straight ahead. And you can have a seat on that bench for a second.
Did they tell you why you're here? They didn't tell you why you're under arrest?
No.
Okay. It's involving that relationship with... Okay. So I told you a little bit ago that I would was going to come and talk to you and give you the opportunity to tell me what's going on. Okay. Obviously, we both know why you're here. So I'm going to read your rights because you are under arrest, and then I'm going to just get some background information from you.
The detective reads Brittany Zamora her rights, and it doesn't take long for her to put 2 and 2 together.
So is this arrest from the school, or was this from like something separate? So I had my school call me yesterday and tell me that I was on probation, but I had his father contact me today, so I was just trying to figure out which one it was from.
Well, it's more from things.
Okay.
Like, the school doesn't really call me and
Okay, so
The school is not pressing charges or something like that. It's dealing with, so dealing with that issue. So, and there really is, I guess I wanted to give you the opportunity because there really is very little doubt on what happened. But I wanted you to be able to maybe explain, give you the opportunity to explain kind of why it happened, kind of thing. Because I'm not going to judge you, okay? And you said this is the first time you've been in trouble. Yeah, and you're 27, so you made it a long ways. So I'm not going to judge you, and people do make mistakes.
Now, this would be a massive mistake and also a crime, and Brittany Zamora isn't ready for it to become public.
Do these type of things have to be made public?
They don't have to be made public, but you've kind of been in the school industry long enough to know that when something happens at a school, letters end up having to go out and people ask questions.
Well, hypothetically speaking, what is a typical consequence that you've seen?
I don't know. It varies. I can't give you. I know. I can't give you a black and white answer to that. They take a lot of things into consideration. You don't have a criminal history. At least you're telling me that, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't checked yet.
I never did anything.
So.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I do know. I'm not going to ask you any more questions because you said you wanted an attorney. So, did you have any more questions for me?
What are the next steps?
The next step is basically you do go to jail tonight. I submit some paperwork.
I'm little. They're going to tear me apart.
Well, I mean, if you have problems with somebody, you can voice that to somebody, okay? And if there are problems, they can isolate you.
How long do I stay in jail for?
Basically, the way it usually happens is you go down there and you see an IA judge within 12 hours, and that judge will determine what they want to do.
Okay.
And so they will determine if they are going to let you out on a certain amount of bond.
Okay.
And they make that determination on, kind of how.
I am the best husband in the world.
Okay.
So much pain.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So you'll see the judge and they'll determine what your bail amount is, okay?
Okay.
And whether or not you can get out on that bail amount.
Okay.
And that determines when you get out.
Okay.
Okay, and then you have certain hearings that come up after that.
The boys' parents said that Zamora called them and tried to convince them to not report her to police.
Can you call me?
I will see what I can do about that, but I would like to talk to your husband first.
That's fine, as long as he knows I'm here.
Yeah, and he has called, so
Okay.
I
told you he was freaking out.
Yeah, so I think he probably knows.
Okay.
Because he has called and actually asked for me, I believe. I will. Your mom is also here.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm going to have you go back in there, and I will see if I can get you, see if we have any type of blanket or something, okay?
Thank goodness that dad of the boy had that app on his phone where he could monitor and get alerts about these conversations. Brittany Zamora was sentenced to 20 years in prison back in 2019, and she's serving that time at a women's prison with the Arizona Department of Corrections. She'll be released in March of 2038, less than 13 years from now. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.